tuning into today's video. I do want to apologize as I waited until the kids were home to record, so if you hear them, please forgive me. But I've been seeing this go around all over YouTube. Everyone is listing their 3 favorite products from each makeup category. So I'm going to go in order. The only thing I would say I have 4 of is concealer. Is one that I can't forget to mention. But please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what are some of your favorite makeup products. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Bye. So for starters, let's go into primer. So the first primer is definitely going to be the Milk Hydro Grip. This is it what, 20 or 30 something dollars? I'll try to have everything listed down below. But I love the way that my face feels tacky. I will say that I have used this in the heat, and my makeup has lasted. It has not rubbed off. So I truly enjoyed this one. At first, when I very first tried it, I think this was back when it first launched, I did not like it. I did not care for it. And I had like a little travel size because I wanted to test it out. I end up throwing it away, but you know, constantly seeing everyone rave about this, I'm like, let me just go pick it up again and try it. And I have honestly grown to appreciate that primer. So that one for sure. The next primer is by One Size, Secure the Blur. This is a makeup magnet primer. Now this one, I will say it does give my skin a smoothing effect. Somewhat hides the pores, but this also is very long lasting. I truly enjoyed this one as well. And the last primer, of course, is my e.l.f. matte putty primer. As you can see, I got a little bit more in this one. I already have a backup, but I love this one for my T-zone. So mainly, forehead, nose, and then like chin, mouth area. I do feel like this kind of gives it that same smoothing effect on my face. I won't say it's 100% like matte to where it's like, it's not a dry matte, but I don't see as much oil or shine peeking through with this one for me when I use this one. So definitely a favorite. Next we are going to go into, I usually prime and then do my eyeshadow. So as far as eyeshadow base, I have been truly loving the Juvia's Place eyeshadow primer or the Urban Decay primer potion. So those two I truly enjoy. But as far as palettes, my 3 go-to everyday palettes, the first one would have to be the Supreme Nudes by Artist Couture. And as you can see, very pretty neutral brown tones. So this is definitely an everyday makeup wear, like you want to put on a pop of eyeshadow. This is a go-to. Another one that is really inexpensive is the Juvia's Place Nubian palette. So still has those brown and neutral tones. So again, every day, you don't have to necessarily do a pop of color unless you like to, but these are really good neutral palettes. And if you do like pops of color, I have so many, so this was definitely hard. But the Glamlight and Michaela collab, so this one is very pretty. You still have your neutral everyday colors. There are definitely some pops of color here. Of course, not every single color, but this is a very easy, user-friendly palette. I think this is great to have in your collection if you are new, starting off with colors. The colors that I did use, and I honestly only used this palette once, but the colors that I did use blended very well together, very pigmented, and I truly enjoyed it. So definitely in my top favorites. So let's see, after primer and eyeshadow, I will go in with foundation. My number 1 holy grail foundation is the Nars Soft Matte Foundation, and this is in the shade Syracuse. Very long lasting, very beautiful. I I don't even know what else to say about it. I truly love this. I love the finish. It makes my skin look like filter like. So I truly enjoy this one. The next one, which also gives me that same filter effect, is the Huda Beauty. What is it? The Faux Filter Luminous Matte. So definitely a soft matte foundation as well. This is also very long lasting, lasts all day. I will say this one and my Nars, I have not seen, like, I don't get that transfer. So definitely somewhat transfer proof. I mean, it could also be based on the powders and sprays that I use. And I have this one in the shade 350G. The next, well, last foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the matte and poreless. This one is beautiful and it is drugstore. It is inexpensive. I have mine in the shade 332 Golden Caramel. So this one definitely highly recommend. The only thing which I see a lot of people complain about is it doesn't have a pump. So it's very old school. You pour it out, but it doesn't bother me. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Next, going in with concealer. So here's the part where I said I have 4. My Nars Soft Matte in Ginger. I use this one to clean up my brows. This is my go-to. This is the only thing I feel works good for me to clean up and, you know, make the brows look nice and neat. So that one for sure. A new favorite is this One Size concealer. I have mine in the shade Medium Dark 1. And I love this. It is full coverage. Again, I would definitely agree that it is sweat proof because I was standing outside. I think the heat index was like 100 and there was no creasing. There was no, you know, concealer missing. There was none of that. So definitely recommend picking this one up. The next one is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have mine. So this is actually my foundation shade, but the one that works best for my under eyes is in the shade Warm Beige. So I truly love this one. I actually just picked this up a few months ago and just started using it. I used to stray away from Too Faced because I had like a bad experience with their foundation, like their original foundation, but for some reason I've been seeing, you know, people use it and now I want to buy it again. But anywho, that's how makeup is. Last but not least, the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. As you can see, I have been using this and I have this in the shade 3.6. This is definitely full coverage, but it's not dry. And it gives you definitely like a very beautiful, flawless finish, like the same way that I feel about these concealers. They go on, they have good coverage, and they don't crease. Again, the whole creasing thing can be from not setting your concealer right away with like setting powder, but I truly enjoy that one, and I also have one in my cart ready to purchase because I love it that much. Now for setting powders, we're going to start with loose setting powders first. This Laura Mercier Translucent Honey. When I tell you, your makeup will not budge with this one. I was so glad they came out with honey because I used to be so afraid of like translucent powders. I was afraid because I didn't want that white cast. I used to be so scared of that. Like, I'm like, I don't want anybody to take a picture of me and it, you know, you see the flash and you see just like, but I am so glad that they came out with this honey, and I believe this will work great on tan to darker skin tone. So I definitely recommend this one. It is pricey, but it's good and it's worth every penny. The next one, which is also a little pricey, but the One Size, now this is translucent, One Size Ultimate Setting Powder. This one is just, it's light, but at the same time, to me, it still has like this pale yellow undertone to it. I love that it has the little flap, you know, to avoid any mess from, you know, powder getting everywhere. But this one also is definitely long lasting. I have put these two powders to the test in like this during this summer, and they have held up. My makeup has not budged, and that to me is all the more reason to continue to purchase them and use them. Last but not least, this one is by Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake, and I have mine in the shade Banana. But this, the only thing I don't like, of course, with the packaging is it is a little messy. As you can see, I have been using this one as well. I have also been using this during the summertime. My makeup, again, locked in, has not budged, has not moved. What I also like is that they offer different shades of this one. I think this is like $12, so very inexpensive compared to the other two. I definitely say go out and pick this up. Go on their website, I'll have it listed down below, and give that powder a try. You will not regret it, just saying. Oh, I'm kind of going out of order. So cream bronzers, this is by Half Caked, and it is their Candy Paint Cheek Tint in the shade Cubby. So a cream bronzer. It does look a little bit cool tone, but definitely, like, this blends so beautifully into the skin, very easy, and I think this is no more than $10. So I'll also have, this is like an indie brand, so you can only find it online, but I'll have that listed down below as well. Really good cream product. The next one is two new favorites, and it is Caramel. The shade Caramel is the cream bronzer by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Very pretty warm tone, and I mentioned this in my last video. I truly enjoyed it because I love how easy it was to blend out. And then the Sun Melt by Say, is that how you say it? Say? Girl, don't give me the line. But this is in the shade Medium Bronze. It's not as creamy as my Anastasia one, but this one is definitely good. I love the amount that you get in here. Like, these will last very long. So I truly appreciate that. But very, very good cream bronzer products. For cream blush, I have this one in the shade Joy by Rare Beauty. So I was definitely afraid of this color and, you know, intimidated a little bit, but this is like long lasting. I know that, you know, a lot of people are like, but the price, but it lasts so long. You only need a little bit. I definitely have seen like all day wear from this. So I truly recommend this one, and you can find this at Sephora or Sephora.com. The next two are from that same brand, Half Caked. So I have Millions of Peaches, which is, it looks, well, it says Millions of Peaches, but it definitely looks a little bit more pinky. And then the last shade is Club Paradise. So I would say this one looks a little bit more peachy than anything, but these also blend very beautifully, like, into the skin, and you can build them up. So these I would definitely recommend for, you know, beginners that are just starting out with makeup and cream products. I would say go for these first because they're inexpensive and they're very easy to blend. If you want to try the e.l.f. putty bronzers and blushes, that's also a go. If, you know, for me personally, I mentioned also I'm kind of not feeling them right now, but I held on to them just to give them another try. As far as pressed powders, we have, of course, Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 3 Tan. This, it literally says airbrush flawless finish, and it says that for a reason. When I say to you, this helps set down that makeup. So a better way to explain it, the loose setting powder, obviously, you know, for people that are still confused on why, you know, people use two powders. The loose setting powder, so more so like, you know, the Laura Mercier one, that is to pretty much set like the concealer. Anywhere that I put concealer, I use loose setting powder because I really want to lock in those cream products. I use the pressed powders around the perimeter of my face where I did not put concealer because I'm using that to kind of lock down. These are a little bit more towards your skin tone. Some people do use more of a skin tone color for these, but it's more to set the rest of the face that you did not put concealer, so that you're just pretty much locking in that makeup. You have people that will use loose setting powders all over, and that's fine too. I feel like this honey one I can get away with using all over the face before I go in with my bronzer and powder blush. So that is that one. Also, I have been really loving, I have mine in the shade Tan, the new NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. This is their mattifying powder. I agree with that claim. It is definitely mattifying. It is long lasting, and it is drugstore, so it is very inexpensive, and you can't go wrong with that. Last but not least, One Size in Medium Dark 1. So this is actually the same shade as my concealer that I picked up, but I definitely love this powder as well. It gives a nice finish to the skin. Again, long wearing. A lot of the products I mentioned are long wearing. Some of them are matte products, some of them are not, but these are my holy grails that I will definitely go to more than anything. What's next? Bronzers. Bronzers. So, Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 3. Now, these are pricey. These are very pricey, but when I tell you this bronzer gives you a beautiful, amazing matte look to the skin, I love it. I don't know how else to put it, what else to say, but I love this bronzer. And it seems pretty huge compared to their like face powder, but once this is gone, this will definitely be a repurchase for me. So next bronzer, the Juvia's Place Bronze Duo in the shade Tan. My perfect shade. I truly enjoy these. Very easy to blend. They are not patchy, and I feel like a little goes a long way. If you go a little bit too heavy in this pan with a brush, you can look a little muddy in my opinion, but I love it. And last but not least, Morphe Megastar Glamour Bronze. This is a face and body bronzer, but this definitely huge. I love this bronzer. Definitely warm tone. It is matte. I personally do not like shimmer bronzers. I don't understand all of that. Like, why does my bronzer have to be shimmery? But this is really good. I think this is like, is it like $18? But I feel like it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. And I don't use it as often, honestly, because I've been loving my Juvia's Place. But Juvia's Place is $18 as well. So these two are definitely cheaper options than the Charlotte Tilbury. I think this was like, is it $45 or something like that? So I would say definitely go to Ulta and pick either one of these up. Or you can go on Morphe.com and pick it up if you can't find it at Ulta. Let's see. Let's go into blush. I've been on this orange blush kick, and I don't even know why, or I just feel like it looks so, it just looks so sun-kissed to me. But this is by Milani. You can only find it on Milani's website. It is called Sunrise Serenita. Look how pretty that orange is. Like, I have been using this, and this is a baked blush, so it does have a sheen to it, which I don't mind, because since I don't really use highlighter on my cheeks anymore, I feel like this works perfectly. And then you put a little bit of that on the tip of your nose, it just be like, you so baked and sun-kissed. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Next up is the Juvia's Place Blushed Rouge Volume 1 palette. Now, I think we all know why I picked this one. That color right there. I did mix both of them one day and it was intense, but it was beautiful. So definitely on tan or darker skin tones, this Chef's Kiss is the go-to, and this was $18 as well. I think the Milani one was no more than $8.99 or something like that, but I definitely say go pick up that Milani. I already have like 3 backups of it, and I know that's like Gabby, that's excessive, but so what? Last but not least, for blush, my new favorite is the Sahara Blush Volume 1 palette by Juvia's Place. Again, this shade down here, Toby. You definitely have to have a light hand. Now, I will say the highlighters in here are a little bit too dark for me, but I think they will make really good eyelid shades. So, but I really love this color here. And again, it's the orange. I don't know what else to say, guys. So jumping into what's next. Oh, let me get these out. Let me get situated first. Oh, here it is. Gotta make sure I get my stuff in order, y'all. Okay. This is like $3 for highlighter. We're going into highlighter. This is at Ulta, Essence Pure Nude in the shade Be My Sunlight. This is a baked highlighter, but it is very pretty golden shade, and look at that. But this is so smooth and buttery, and I feel like putting that on the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, like, beautiful. And again, $3 for a highlighter. Especially for me, somebody that doesn't really care for highlighter as much as I used to. Definitely a go. The next one is this Champagne Physicians Formula highlighter. So I think I picked this up from either, was it Target or Ulta? Definitely. Oh, look how buttery. Like, it is literally buttery. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So definitely a little bit brighter than that Essence one, but this was maybe between $10 and $12. But that is a beautiful highlighter, beautiful shade. Like I said, buttery, soft. I don't know what else to say about it, y'all. Last but not least, Hot Damn by Artist Couture. So obviously the champagne colors are my go-to. Let's see. So you can see it here. Let's go ahead and swatch it. So kind of on the same verge as that Physicians Formula one as far as color goes, but all beautiful highlighters. Highly recommend them. Physicians Formula or Essence, I highly recommend if you want to save your coins. Those are good highlighters, and I have no complaints. So we are winding down. Setting spray, Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. Your makeup ain't going nowhere with this one. And I only use that much, but I already got a backup because I believe in it. And I honestly don't know what else to say about it. Like, to me, it's really good. Again, the products that I'm mentioning, if you have tried them, you may say, girl, I did not like that, or that didn't work for me. That's going to happen in makeup. What works for me may not work for you. But when I say that my makeup don't go nowhere, when I use this and that primer. Next, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. When I say she wasn't lying about airbrush, I don't know what's in her products. From this to the bronzer to the setting powder, I don't know, but it's good. I bought the travel size one first just to test it out and see. I've been definitely using it, and I end up going to purchase the full size because I'm like, oh, okay, my makeup is on my face. It's not sweating off. It's not going anywhere. It's not budging. It's not doing anything. So last but not least, Morphe Continuous. Now this is definitely an OG favorite for a lot of people. This is $16, so definitely less expensive than the other two that I mentioned. You can find this at Ulta. I also have backups of this one because, you know, sometimes you just want to use it. Like, I mean, I don't know. But definitely long lasting. I won't say this is as long lasting as these two, but this will get you through some hours, trust me. I have worn this on a whole 8-hour shift, and I want to say maybe hour 6 or 7 is when I started to see, like, you know, my natural oils peeking through. So it's definitely a good option. Now if you go into a club or something like that, you're just going to work, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's get into these lip products and then we will be all done. For lip liner, Morphe Bite Me lip liner, NYX lip pencil in the shade brown, and NYX Slide On Glide On Stay On, definitely a turn on, waterproof in Urban Cafe. That, okay, you know what, because I need to sharpen it, but that name was just so ridiculously long. Look at that. I love a good brown chocolate lip liner. I think it complements any, it almost looks reddish brown. This is Bite Me next to it. And then the last one is Brown by NYX. So brown, what was that? Bite Me and then Urban Cafe. So all three you can find at Ulta. I think NYX lip liners are no more than maybe $6. And then same as for Morphe, I think their lip liners are maybe $7. Very inexpensive lip liners. And you don't have to break the bank to get that contoured lip look. For lipstick, this is Saucy Gal by Artist Couture. It's a very pretty, I don't want to say peachy nude, but this is definitely a go-to for me as far as lipstick because I do love the brown lip liner with a nude lip. Next is Tease by Milani. This is their new nude line. This one is definitely cool tone, but I truly love how long wearing and matte. It's a comfortable matte. I would say Artist Couture is a little bit more creamier, but this one was like what, $20, 20 something dollars compared to not even $10. So all right now, I picked out the wrong shade, but this the nude matte lipsticks by Juvia's Place honestly are beautiful, long wearing. I had this one on. It was weird because I think I ate and had something to drink, and for some reason my lipstick didn't move. I think it lasted about 2 or 3 hours, so I'm like, that's pretty good for just a matte lipstick. I had nothing else over it, not a gloss, which, you know, if you have gloss on, obviously it will rub off, but very long wearing and they smell amazing. I don't know if it's vanilla or what, but they smell really good. So also you can find these at Ulta. I highly recommend. Last but not least, we have lip gloss. So I have the Kaja Gloss Shot in the shade Milk Tea. This is like $16 at Sephora. A very pretty nude gloss. It's thick, but it's not sticky. So I do feel that this gives you that beautiful pouty look, like gloss pouty look. Again, very inexpensive. I have every color of the NYX This Is Milky glosses. I have one on right now in this video, and they also smell good. Not expensive at all. Let me show you. This is my favorite color, and this is Cookies and Milk. I'm gonna do it up here. So it's like a cool tone. Oh my god, that with a brown lip liner. Last but not least, and I think this one was no more than $10, so definitely go to Ulta and grab these because they are beautiful. The Fenty Cream glosses, and this is Honey Waffles. When I say I don't know what Fenty did to get these glosses to be the way that they are, but like, look at that. True fall gloss. Definitely a fall color. But as I always say, you can wear them whenever. You can wear makeup however you want to wear it. It don't matter what season it is. Baby, wear your gloss. But this is giving sweater weather, if you know what I mean. Like, you get what I'm saying. But that is it today for my favorites video. I picked 3 products from each category. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know some of your favorites down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Bye.